All right, so we're going to look here at finding the surface area of a triangle, and that's going to be our main objective today. But first, we're going to look at the surface area of a rectangle, because understanding this kind of helps us understand the surface area of a triangle. So the first part here, the surface area of a rectangle is your base times your height, or you'll see it noted as A equals B times H. Okay, so this first one right here, the example, calculate the area of a parallelogram right here. Parallelogram, once again, is just a quadrilateral with two parallel sides of equal length. In this case, a rectangle is a parallelogram. It just has 90-degree angles. So we have our base here, which is 5, our height, which is 3. So we're just going to multiply those together, and we're going to get our surface area. So A equals 15 feet. Right, so one more here. We've got a rectangle that's height is 5, its base is 8. So 5 times 8 is going to equal 40. Okay, so that's all we're doing. We're just multiplying the two numbers given. Okay, so now if we think about the surface area of a rectangle, now if we were to cut it in half here, this dotted line represents the half, we're going to have only half of that surface area of that rectangle. And so that's kind of where we get the idea of this formula for the surface area of a triangle. So you're always just going to take the surface is half of the base times the height. Because if you were to just split this down the middle, if this was a isosceles triangle, and then rotate it, and you could flip it and put it right here, it would make a rectangle with a base that is half of your base, and your height is still going to be the same. Okay, so our formula here for finding surface area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So that's why we put in the 1/2 there, because a triangle is half of a rectangle. If you were to kind of cut and slice and move around, you could make a rectangle with the base given. Okay, or you'll see it noted as A, or area equals 1/2 base times height. Okay, and just down here, this kind of states the same thing, just that the rectangle is half of, or a triangle is half of the rectangle. Okay, so using this formula, 1/2 times base times height, we've got our base right here of 14, our height of 9, so we're going to multiply 9 by 14, and then multiply that by 1/2. Okay, or you could have put 1/2 first, but it all is going to be the same. And since multiplication is commutative, it doesn't matter which one you do first. Half of 14 I know is 7, so 9 times 7 equals 63. So the surface area of my triangle here with a base of 14, height of 9, is 63. Okay, same thing here. We've got a rectangle with a base of 12 and a height of 7. So once again, it's just 1/2 of our base times our height. So 1/2 of 12 is 6, so 6 times 7 is going to equal 42. So our surface area is 42. Okay. All right, last one, go ahead and solve it yourself, and then so go ahead and pause the video, solve your surface area for this triangle over here, and then hit play and see if you got the same thing I did. Okay, so now we have our base is 5. So this 8 right here is actually not the height. That is the length of the side of this, but it's not our height. Our height is this dotted line right here. So that is 7.5. So we have our height, we have our base. So you're just going to take, once again, 1/2 of your base times your height. Okay, so when you take 1/2 of 5, you get 2.5. 2.5 times 7.5. So that's going to give us, here I'm going to, so I'm just going to set up as 75 times 25, and then I'll just bring the decimal in 2 spots. So 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 7 is 35, so 37. Or 0, then we've got 150. Okay, so this is going to be 5, 7. Bring my decimal in 2 points, in 2 places, because I was multiplying 2 decimals with a decimal figure each, so add them up. That's going to give us, that's going to bring our decimal in 2 points, so our answer is 18.75. So let me move all this up a little bit. And so there we have our answer. It is 18.75. That is our surface area of this triangle. And that's all there is to finding surface area of a rectangle, of a triangle. Just remember, it is 1/2 times your base times your height.